Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to AWS Power Hour SysOps live here from the AWS Summit in San Francisco. My name's Aaron Hunter. I'm a senior technical trainer with the AWS Training and Certification team. And today I'll be reviewing episode 1 from the AWS Power Hour SysOps series that's active and happening right now. So what we can see here on the screen is I have my AWS Power Hour SysOps page loaded, and you can go to awspowerhour.com. And we can see that we have episode 1, let's get started, and we have resources and activities for you to go through. We have resources for AWS Certified SysOps Associate Challenge, and that's part of the Get Certified Challenge that we have at this moment. We also have our AWS Certified SysOps Administrator Associate page, and we have our AWS Certified SysOps Administrator Associate Exam Guide. Now, the exam guide, if you go to awspowerhour.com, what you can view there is the ability for us to see the details for AWS training and certification on Twitch. We have our current AWS Power Hour SysOps show happening now. And let me go ahead and bring that back up on the screen one more time so that way you can see it. Okay, so if you click Learn More, then that's going to take us to the active series where we can currently see we have episode 1 with the resources I was just talking about. So sorry for the technical difficulties there, but we did get that figured out. Thank you to everyone here supporting us. So our resources, AWS Certified SysOps Associate Challenge. This is the Get Certified Challenge that's happening right now, and it's happening until June 1st. We can see that right here. Sign up for the challenge, go to the page, click on the link in the episode 1 content, and then you can go ahead and join the challenge. You have until April 29th to join the challenge. You go through and we have the Associate Solutions Architect Challenge. We have our SysOps Administrator Challenge. We also have our Developer Associate Challenge. So really fantastic information there. Up next, we also have our AWS Certified SysOps Administrator Associate page where you can find more details about this certification. And we can see that we have brand new fancy badges too. I love these new colors, by the way. So who should take this exam? We have a minimum of 1 year of hands-on experience with AWS technology, experience deploying, managing, and operating workloads on AWS, as well as implementing security controls and compliance requirements. The exam costs $150 US. It is an associate level exam, and it also lasts 180 minutes. Up next, we also have our exam guide, and this is a great resource for you to identify the typical domains that you're going to see for these certifications. So if I scroll down here, what we'll see, let me go ahead and get this pulled up for you. What we'll see is we have our domains for the certification challenge. Domain 1, monitoring, logging, and remediation. We have domain 2, reliability and business continuity. Domain 3, deployment, provisioning, and automation. Domain 4, security and compliance. Domain 5, networking and content delivery. Domain 6, for cost and performance optimization. Each domain has their respective weights for the certification, so that kind of indicates to you where you can spend some time focusing on developing those skills. Now, with the AWS Certified Challenge, we have the Twitch Power Hour SysOps series that is going to help you prepare for this exam. It's not going to give you everything. It's just one tool in your toolbox. All right, so up next, we also have our AWS FAQs, the frequently asked questions for various services. And we can see a couple here for Amazon EC2 auto-scaling FAQs, Amazon EC2 container registry FAQs, and we go into more details about some of these with each episode. So for example, if we take a look at our episode 1, let's get started with episode 1, which aired a few weeks ago. So we just had episode 4 on Monday. So on episode 1, we talk about an introduction to getting your account set up, securing your account with the right resources, permissions for security for your users, groups, not using a root user account, for example. And then we also have the ability to jump into other technologies such as, let me pull these up right here, the AWS Well-Architected Framework. Now, the AWS well-architected framework is built out from our experts in the field to be able to provide some prescriptive guidance. And we have our pillars, the well-architected pillars. We have the AWS well-architected lenses, as well as AWS well-architected guidance. With the lenses we have, I'll open this in a new tab here so we can see it. With the lenses, we have some prescriptive guidance toward how you can set certain resources up, such as hybrid networking lens, game industry lens, or even data analytics lens. So great resources there. Check it out and see what it is that may benefit you. Another topic that we discuss in episode 1 is going to be AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM. And this allows you to apply fine-grained permissions and controls for your IAM users, your groups, or your roles. Instead of using the AWS account root user, which is very dangerous, there's very selective permissions that you may need for that root user. One example is maybe if you need to change your support plan. That would be a really good example of signing in as a root user or registering as a seller in the marketplace. Instead of doing that for your day-to-day administrative tasks, consider using something like an IAM user and then add that user to a group. And if you want to know more information about that, you can check out episode 1. You can watch it on demand on Twitch. So feel free to check that out. Within IAM or beyond IAM, we have AWS Config, really good for compliance, and it helps you to evaluate your overall configuration of your AWS resources. And it's a service that enables you to be able to assess, audit, and evaluate the configurations of your resources and continuously monitors and records your resource configuration and allows you to automate the evaluation of recorded configuration as well. So it gives you kind of a snapshot of what you have and what you may need to make changes for. A fantastic resource as part of that security and compliance portion of setting up your AWS account. So we have some chat moderators that are helping out, so feel free to answer or ask your questions in the chat, and we're here for you, okay? So please do that, engage with us. I can't see the chat right now, but hopefully you're getting the answers that you need. All right, cool. And up next, we have Amazon GuardDuty, which is going to help you protect. So this is another layer of your defense mechanisms for your AWS account and your resources. Amazon GuardDuty protects your accounts with intelligent threat detection. And right here, we can see, we'll scroll down a little bit, as part of the 30-day trial. I'll bring up the free tier as well in just a few moments here, bear with me. But we can see that GuardDuty works by using this threat detection technology, and it's a service that's going to continually monitor your AWS accounts and your workloads. And it's looking for malicious activity to be able to deliver detailed security findings for visibility and remediation. Another section that we have, or another service that we talk about in episode 1, is Amazon EventBridge. Amazon EventBridge is going to be event-driven applications that's going to scale across your AWS accounts, and it's going to take a look at existing services or maybe even your software as an application, so your SaaS apps. Let's go ahead and take a look down here. Because it's serverless and it's event-driven, we have the ability for this to make it very easy for you to deploy it in your account. And if you want to see a demo of how this works, we did that in episode 1, and we also recapped it again in episode 4 from this past Monday. So what is it? What is it today? It's let me see. It's April 20th. So that happened on April 17th, 18th. Oh, times and days are hard. Okay. Now, the next day, or the next tab we have over here is our live show. And this is the one where you can find more information, not just about the AWS Power Hour SysOps certification series, but we also have some other on-demand shows. And we can see here that we have Dev Hour, so AWS Dev Hour for building modern applications. We have AWS Power Hour, Architecting July 2021. And we have a second series, or a second session, from Architecting for October 2021. Now, the next section here is AWS Power Hour Cloud Practitioner, AWS Power Hour Machine Learning, where you can go and dig into the details about some machine learning technologies, jumping into SageMaker and learning about how you can leverage SageMaker for your workloads. And then Let's Ship It with AWS, focused more on startups. Another fantastic series as well. We have two more down here. One is Quick Start on AWS, bringing back the machine learning conversation, as well as the Safe Room, responding to security events. So those are the series that we have completed from the past. We have some additional series episodes for the Power Hour SysOps, and let's see here, let's take a look at those. So episode 2, we covered networking, compute, and security. Oh my, we unpacked a lot. In that series, or in that episode, Harrison Sherwin walked through building an Amazon VPC with subnets, launching resources using a single Amazon EC2 to host a website, just one EC2 instance. And then we started digging into the details about how to scale that single EC2 instance to react to capacity change and the behaviors there. We also talked about network access control lists. We built out an Amazon VPC, a virtual private cloud, so your virtual cloud, your virtual private network in the AWS cloud. And then we also wrapped up that episode with a discussion. At the end of each of these episodes, we have a 30-minute Q&A session, so you can come, join us live, ask questions, and we'll do our best to answer those questions, whether it be about the technology that we used in that session, in that episode, or maybe how to study even further for the SysOps Administration Associate. So we have episode 3, high availability and auto scaling. In this episode, Harrison Sherwin came back with me and we presented the website that was hosted on a single EC2 instance and started scaling that for high availability and some fault tolerance. We talked about reacting to that capacity change I mentioned. Maybe if you launch a brand new application, you launch a brand new website, and you start marketing for that website, then now you have the ability to scale and scale dynamically. You can either scale automatically through a schedule or dynamically, or have some intelligent scaling using machine learning technologies as well. That's known as predictive scaling. Episode 4 is the episode from this past Monday. You can see it was April 18th. I was right. It wasn't the 17th. It's the 18th. I can think. That happened at 9:30 in the morning Central Time. Or sorry, not Central. I'm from Central. It happened at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time, and we can see right here that you can add it to your calendar. We'll have resources here pretty soon in the future, but next week on Monday, April 25th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time, we have another 60-minute session of presentation and 30 minutes of Q&A. We have the ability to dive deeper into AWS infrastructure and discuss business continuity and disaster recovery and the procedures that maybe you can follow to be successful in the AWS cloud using resources like high availability, multiple availability zones, multi-region architectures, how to fail over automatically to those different regions, and we'll talk about these different strategies as well. So Bart Castle is going to join me on Monday, April 25th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Our final episode of the AWS Power Hour SysOps is going to be episode 6 on Monday, May 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time, where we are going to recap and discuss together what the exact next steps are for you to hopefully become certified as a SysOps Administrator Associate. So that's it from for me for AWS Power Hour SysOps. Words are hard today. That's it from me from the AWS Power Hour SysOps series, live from the AWS Summit in San Francisco. If you want to get more information about the Power Hour series, please tune in to this page here, pages.awscloud.com/global-traincert-twitch-sysops.html, or you can visit awspowerhour.com and enjoy the training and let us know if you have any additional questions. Thank you, everyone.